Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I am going to show you this animation override from InMOTION, and I am really sure that you love it. If you love animation as I do, I think that this animation override is really great for you. When you buy the animation override by InMOTION, you have a folder like this one. In this case, this specifically animation override is named Jess, and you can find the folder 8 objects, 8 items, and you see that you can find several note cards. I suggest you to read these note cards because they are really helpful. Particularly is helpful this install third-party animations because if you want, and I think you want, install third-party animations because you want an animation override that is really great for you, and so you need of course to customize this AO. You can follow this detail helpful note card because it's really easy to install third-party animations, but it's important that you follow this step-by-step guide. Okay, as you see in this folder, you can find also a shape with human proportions, and I think it's really great because you want that all the animations are and works great for you. So it's important that you use this shape, not just because this shape is the of course the shape you need to use, but of course is a really important guide to customize your shape in the way that your avatar can move in the best way using this animation override. So you can find this shape as a guide that can help you to customize your avatar as is perfect for your animation override. That's all. Now you can see you can find also an IO help and a whole AO update. So you have several important informations. Specifically, you can see information about all the voices that you can find in your animation, as you see: on, off, maximize, detach, arrows. It's really simple and intuitive, so I don't think you will need much more information, but you have all you need in these very detailed note cards inside of the package. Okay, now let's see specifically the animation override. In this moment, I have already customized my AO. In fact, you can see that I am moving just in the with stands, of course, just in a specifically stand. But you can customize your stands here. I suggest in any case to customize everything else stands, and to customize your stands just for the last choice. For example, how I do when I want to customize my walks, I go here in walks, and now your avatar move, and you can see how the walk animation is. It's really simple to see how your avatar is moving. So it's really simple to see if your animation is what you want for your avatar as a default walk animation. In my case, for example, I choose this one because I do like it, but you can of course see also other animations. In any case, if you don't click on apply, you don't change anything. As you can see now, select walking Jess 2 was the animation I have chosen before. So if I don't select any other animations, and if I don't click on apply, this standard walking animation won't change. So if you want to change your walking animation, you need to select one of these options and click on apply. Okay. Now let's see, for example, other walking animations. Another one, Jazz 2, Jazz 3. Okay, so for example, now I choose this one, Def 1, and I click on apply. Okay, now my avatar stopped to walk because it of course returns in the stance way, in the stance mode, and now when I walk, I will walk with those with that animations that I have chosen before. Okay, now let's see, for example, some other important animations. For example, run. Another time when you click on run, I move the animation override here so you can see it's much better. Now you can change your animation, for example, def 1, def 2, def 3, Jess 1, Jess 2, Jess 3. So, for example, I like, I can't remember, def 1, I click on apply again, and now all is done. Now I can customize crunch, and this is the crunch animation, Jess 1. But you can of course add, and I will see you how to do this later, your custom animation in the AO, so you can add also other animation. In this part we have just an animation that is just one. So let's come back, and now we see the jumps animations. Another time we have just one animation for jump, and you can of course add other ones in this part. Okay, always click the animation you want, and don't forget to click on apply. If you don't, your animation won't change. Okay, now let's see on false. This is the animation for false. It's really funny in my opinion, and I like it. I want to change. I want to change it. It's nice. And we have animation for flies. This is just one for flies. You can see, so when you go up, go down, and when you fly. These are the animations. Now you have also great animations for ground set, and they are really great also for photography, in my opinion. I have used these animations taken in the animation override by InMOTION for my photos, and I do like them, honestly. I use also for my photography. For example, Jess 2, ground set 2, and ground set 3. Okay, so now let's explore also the sit animations. I do like all of them, honestly. I have chosen this one as a default sit animation because it's nice for me. It's great for my avatar, but you can of course choose also other animations. This is another one, and another one, and remember that you can of course also for this part customize with third-party animations. Okay, now for this animation override is it's all, but remember that you have also swim animations that are really great. This is the animation that you have when you are in the sea. You don't need to do anything because automatically when your avatar goes in the water, your animation will start. So you don't need to do anything. Okay, now let's see. Okay, this is the turns animations. This is just the one that you have, but of course it's really great for me. I don't need any other ones. for this specifically part. Now let's see the stand animation finally. Okay, now we need to choose the stand animation now, and you can see all the animation that you have. For example, Jess 1, this is the first one that I am showing you. Okay, now you can see Jess 2. This is particularly great when you have pens. And I think that the fingers movement is really great and natural in this animation override. And the Jazz Free, if you see the fingers, they are really, really great. And Jazz 4, Jazz 4, and Jazz 5. Let's see better, maybe. Okay. Natural. Okay, now Jazz 6. Jazz 6, this is my favorite one, and this is the animation that I have chosen as the default for me. And now Jazz 7. This is also great when you have pants, but in any occasions it's really great. Another time, let's see the fingers movement that are very, very natural. I am really very happy of this animation override. I think that InMOTION is really great because creates animations that are natural and also cool at the same time. Some people prefers to have stands not so when the avatar not so free. And now let's see together the dance animations. Okay, now let's start. You can change your animation. For example, you are moving in a club and you want to change your dance animation. You can moving really easy also with these arrows. So for example, I am playing with these animations. I was in a club yesterday night, and this animation was really great because is in accordance with the music, and I like it very much. But you can, for example, change the music change. You wanted to change your animation with the arrows. Is really, really easy to do this. For example, the one. This is another kind of animation, so much more slower. When the music change, you can change also your animation. You can invite people. For example, I have a person here. I can invite that person to simply click on here to dance with me. I can kick, so if I have if I have previously invited a person, I can kick from the dance a specifically person. I can set a time. For example, I can set that a dance repeats. I can tell repeats for how many times. So I can choose here how many times the dance needs to repeat. Okay, close. And I can also simply select by the menu. If I want to select by the menu, I can do, or I can select, for example, the cycle mode. Okay. Okay, this is the part of the dance animation. So remember that you want to return and stop your animation, return to IO, simply click on here, but you need also to stop the animation. you need to select stance. So remember that if you don't select stance, you won't return to stance. In my cases, for example, I start to dance and I came back to AO, but the stance wasn't selected. So for this reason, my avatar was dancing even if I have selected AO. This is important. You need always to have this stance active, because if you have active, when you stop, for example, to runs or jumps or falls, etc., automatically your avatar goes in stance mode. So you need to have also this part always up, okay, selected. Okay, now we want to see how to customize your animation override. So to customize your animation override and install your own animations, you just need to remove your animation override, and I suggest also not just to remove but to copy your animation override. So for example, I copy and paste. Now I have copy, I have an original animation override that I want to modify, so I can have and I can return to it if something went wrong. But now I can, for example, rename my animation override. So no, I can't rename it because it's not modified. But this is not so important, because I can, for example, write it on the ground, and now that I have my animation override on the ground, I can customize clicking on the animation. No, editing part, no. Now I can go to the content. Okay, I need to have selected my animation override, and it takes time to load everything in the content. Okay, now we have all the animations, and if you want to insert an animation, for example, we want to add a stand animation, it's important that you see and you read this note card, because this note card is really important. Install third part animations. Okay, the process is really simple, but you need to know the prefix for your animations. Okay, the prefix is this one. For example, stands are ST, dances are D, turn left are TR. This is important because you need to tell to your animation override which animation it has to load, okay, for you. So if you don't if you don't tell to the animation override HUD that it's a stand animation, and don't so name the animation as T, okay, the AO won't be able to understand that your animation is a stance animation. Okay, so it's important that you name your animation with the prefixes. So in this way, you have a animation that you can put inside of your HUD, and it will work for sure. So let's see, for example, how we need to customize. If I have animation, a stand animation that is named Carly, now you need to name in this way ST with this underscore Carly underscore 001. Okay, because this is the way you need to name your animation. If your animation is not a stand animation, but for example is a dance animation, instead of ST at the start you will need to write D underscore Carly underscore 001, and so on. Now let's see, for example, if you want to set a time, and in some cases it's important to set a time for your animation, you can set in this way. Yes, stand, that is for a stance animation, underscore Carly underscore 001 underscore 30, because these are the seconds for this animation. Okay, so this part is for the seconds. In any case, you have this note card and you can see because it's really clear and it's not difficult to customize the name of your animation. Now, for example, I want to add an animation that I like, that is from Go and See. For example, animations. No, Ayo, Go and See, cheeky. Cheeky, for example, cheeky. Okay, now you can, of course, try the animation before to load, because I can't remember everything, but I think that it's the one. Okay, yes, perfect, it's this one, cheeky one. And so I want okay, load this animation by Go and See in InMOTION. So it's really easy. Now let's see to copy this animation. Okay, now let's go to the InMOTION folder here, and let's paste our animation cheeky. Now we need to rename the animation. This is important. So rename the animation. In this case is a stand animation, so st, okay, underscore, the name is cheeky, now underscore 001. Okay, now I have my animation is ready, and so I can right click on my animation override, and now I can simply drag and drop my animation on this AO wood. So drag and drop it, and now that you have your animation inside, you can control that you have okay, now I think that it's done. Let's see, st cheeky, it's here. Okay, now since this is the 001, now let's see what's happened in our AO. Now we need to take this, so I can finally, I'm not sure I have selected, honestly. Okay, edit, take a copy. Okay, you can also take, I prefer to take a copy. I find this in the object InMOTION. Okay, now I add my animation override. Now we need to reload the animations. Okay, so now we need to click on reload. Okay, and now I can choose my animation. Okay, simply go to stand, and now you can see cheeky is here, so you can select, for example, you want to select as your default stand animation, and you can do it. So this is really, really great. Of course, don't forget to apply, otherwise you won't change anything. Okay, this is really nice. Also, you can select here your standing animation, but this is really nice that you can load your animations, because you can of course customize your animation override. Now we can delete this. So I am sure that you will have a custom HUD for you really, really great. because in one animation override you have everything that you need. Everything that you need, because you can also scream if you like, you can also dance if you like, you can load all your dances animations, you can load all your swims animations, you can do everything with this animation override. I am really satisfied with this kind of animations, and I suggest you for sure and for your animation override as a default animation for you. Okay, guys, I think that it's all for this video. I do hope you like this video and this showcase of these animations that are really great, and I think that this animation override is great also for fingers and realism that gives to your avatar. Okay, now I can tell you bye bye, and we will see in the next video. Bye.